so cold outside. It's so cold.
What's going on, Snow Squad? It's your girl, Nami, the prettiest, the sexiest, and the thickest player here in Anime Fighters. And on today's video, guys, I'm gonna give you all those tips that you will be needing on your way to being a pro here on this game. But before we get into that, guys, let me just remind you that this is a simulator game. So the gap between the pay-to-win players compared to those free-to-play players is really thick. But at least, I'm hoping that this video will help everyone, especially those who do not have Robux to spend. But even if you are actually a pay-to-win player and you don't know some stuff, this video might also be able to help you. So lately, guys, I'm getting questions about Anime Fighters, mostly about how to get yen fast or how to grind yen the easiest way. These two questions might sound the same, but they're actually not, though we are going to answer both of those questions, so don't worry. Well, firstly, of course, the easiest answer is, buy game passes. I mean, I will be lying if I will say that it is not the fastest way to be OP in this game, but let's answer first the question, how to get yen fast without getting or at least spending Robux on this game. The simple answer on this question is time trials. Spam time trials, guys. The developers of this game are actually so generous to give free boost. That's, by the way, you cannot buy boost on this game by getting them as a drop inside the trials. The yen that you can also get from trials is actually pretty good, like those drops that you will get from those mobs. But, it depends on how high you can actually reach inside. At the same time, the number of those mobs that you will kill. This is an information that I might be wrong, but I think that the gold acquisition inside the trials not only depends on what room are you at, but also how much damage did you do to those enemies that were killed. So in my case, guys, I can solo room 63 with 6 billion, well, that was like before, 6 billion highest DPS, and I can easily get around, like 400 billion plus yen on a 20-minute run. That's solo, guys, so that's already high enough to beat the yen that I can get by grinding the boss AFK on the last world for, like the same amount of time, 20 minutes. Not only that, keep in mind that you will also get tons of boost, guys, particularly damage boost and yen boost. On my runs, normally I'm getting like 20 minutes, not really 20 minutes, let's just say 15 minutes of boost, damage boost, and also yen boost. And these two boost combos will actually get you even more yen because your damage will be boosted, meaning you'll be able to kill those boss faster and at the same time get an additional multiplier for the yen that you will get from those kills. And since we're talking about boost here, by the way, guys, listen to this one because I think that many of you guys are still a little bit confused or probably you just don't know this thing. But the Exp Boost that you can get inside the trials are actually working inside the trials as well. I'm sure that you've already noticed that we barely get Exp Boost. I think that I'm only usually getting like less than a minute even in one run. And it seems that it's impossible to even use because, like you have to hatch eggs so that you will be able to feed or fuse those eggs or fodder units to your main team. But yeah, because of the time, it's just not enough. So unless that you're going to do probably a consecutive time trials without getting out of there, then you might probably have like a couple of minutes, but that is still not going to help you a lot, right? So what's happening actually, guys, is even though the timer of your boost doesn't move while inside the trials, only the Exp Boost is actually working. So with that being said, if you only casually doing trials, probably whenever you're just not that busy or maybe whenever you feel like doing it, it'll be better, guys, to stack up some fodder units, probably fill up your bags with some fodder units. before getting to trials so that you can just feed them straight after you got even literally a second of this Exp Boost, because well, the timer will not move, but the effect of it is actually taking place all the time as long as you are inside the trials. Trust me guys, this boost is really OP. Even for pay to win players just like me, there's gonna be like those times that, let's say, maybe usually it's gonna be like the last 5 upgrades. Upgrading and leveling your fighters is not really an easy task, regardless if you have like times to EXP game pass for your fighters, and you know, it's definitely not an easy task. I think if you watch my videos about this game, I've never ever had a maxed out leveled fighters here in this game. So usually I'm only like 5 levels lower, or probably even 10 levels lower. So yeah, that is how hard it is, guys. Take note guys, by the way, that there are also some quests that you can finish on every single map to make your yen acquisition better. I think it's gonna be like 10% if I'm not mistaken. So grinding them once, okay, only once, you can conveniently finish them is always a lot better. Just keep in mind guys, if you think that the quest that you are doing is so hard for you at the moment, you know, just don't waste your time grinding it, but rather just grind yen of the trials, upgrade your stuff, and just get back to it once you are strong enough. Oh yeah, and by the way guys, I know that this will be hard for some, but teaming up on trials, especially with players even the same DPS as yours, or of course it's gonna be better if you will be teaming with players with a lot more OP damage than you. Who knows, probably you will even be carried to maybe room 48 or room number 60. That would really help you a lot as well, because you know, like once you get to those high rooms, they actually have like more HP, so that means as long as you will be dealing some damage and as long as they will die, then that would greatly affect the yen that you will get from a run. So yeah, that is basically the fastest way to earn yen. The only disadvantage of that is, well, you have to actively play the game. So if you're not cool with that, probably because you got some, you know, like other stuff to do, or maybe you have to finish your homework first, then let's go ahead and answer what is the easiest way to grind yen. The answer on this is pretty simple, guys. Of course, I mean, it's just a no-brainer, AFK farm. But unlike other simulators, guys, or you know, like kind of like the town chamber on the Ulster Tower defense, a normal auto-clicker would not actually work here. Well, it will work technically, but it would be so slow that it is not even going to be worth wasting your time on. And I just don't want your mom to yell at you because, well, probably your electricity bill is spiking up high, you know what I mean? But it's just not going to help you efficiently, even though it will work. But nah, don't do that, guys. All right, don't use an auto-clicker. Well, you can use an auto-clicker together with some other programs, and that is what we're going to talk about next. So yeah, the answer for AFK Grind here in this game is actually via macro. So if you guys don't know what macro is, I don't have time to explain that to you. Just Google what macro is on computer. But for me, guys, I'm actually using a program called Tiny Task. This is only applicable for Windows, by the way, and yeah, I'm not sure for Mac. I mean, I also have like a MacBook, but I'm not really playing some games there, so yeah, I'm not really using it for recording or anything related on my YouTube channel. So I'm really sorry, guys, for Mac users. I'm only editing on Mac, but I'm not playing there, so there will be no programs that I could probably suggest, but you can also try to search one. But anyway, going back to Tiny Task, guys, this program can record your mouse movements and clicks and play it over and over again. And I'm pretty sure there are lots of video tutorials out there on YouTube if you need some help on setting it up. But yeah, I really apologize, guys, because I am not going to provide you with any links for the program, because I had this program like really long time ago and I no longer can remember where I got it, and I just do not want to risk it and, you know, like share a link for the program with malware or virus, if you may call it. So I guess that you know, just ask some players or probably from your mom or dad, or maybe big bro or big sis, or probably just head into the Discord server to ask some other players. But yeah, again, guys, please be careful on downloading stuff or even clicking links. So make sure that you will only ask help from those people that you think you can trust. Well, if you don't really want to risk your computer getting hacked or having virus because of these links, or probably a wrong program installed, there's also another way, guys. So don't worry, I got you. You know, I always got you, guys. The other way is with the use of your mouse and also your keyboard programs. Now, this depends on what you have, all right? Not every single mouse and also keyboards will have this, and mostly it's gonna be those gaming mouse and also gaming keyboards. But I think that most of you guys actually have it. I mean, gamer, you know, that actually helps us to play better, you know? But yeah, most of those gaming mouse and also gaming keyboards have their own programs. So you can just go ahead on your brand website, let's say Razer or Logitech, check if the model of your keyboard or mouse got a program that's compatible with it, and just, you know, cross your fingers for it to have anything that records mouse movements and clicks, because that is what you want. Some of those programs are not actually capable on recording your mouse movements, probably only clicks or maybe, you know, like those buttons on your keyboard, but not the movements of your mouse. So yeah, that's actually the most important thing for it to work here. Now, anyway, let's say you now got your macro program, guys. In my opinion, the most efficient way is to set it up depending on where you are playing. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is if you are playing on a private server, chances are you are grinding the boss solo, so the timing of your macro to click right after you kill the boss, you know, just to reset everything would actually work. However, guys, it'll be a little bit harder if you are always on public servers. Players come and go, and, you know, some will even join you on your spot, or even like a higher level player or like a more OP player would actually steal your spot and, you know, kill the boss even before you can attack it. So that's really annoying, because you might just, you know, like wake up in the morning not really getting or barely getting anything out of those hours that you actually AFK'd. So yeah, if you're playing or grinding on a public server, set up your macro to retreat your units right after they casted their ultimates to reset them. And by this way, guys, your time gap on making those units attack the boss will be a lot shorter. So that means whether other players grind the boss with you, you will still be able to get the most out of your AFK time. By the way, guys, don't forget that grinding the right boss is also crucial. I think that one of the biggest mistakes that I'm actually noticing on those, especially on those beginner players, are they're really pushing themselves on AFKing, you know, trying to kill those boss that takes them probably millions of ultimates and the boss is still not even dead. No, guys, that's just not worth your time. It's not really time efficient. So even though the yen that you can get is damage based, grinding those bosses that you can kill within 2 ultimates of your units is the most efficient way, especially if you're grinding on a public server. This will lessen the possibility of those, you know, like other players stealing some damage from the boss because you are killing it fast, you know, and also you would also probably discourage them to join you, because most of those players that would probably join you will be those players who got like very low DPS compared to your DPS. So yeah, it is always a lot better to kill 10 times of a weak boss that you can kill fast with less damage stolen, rather than kill one boss that takes ages to die with lots of damage stolen by other players. Plus, you'll never know when your Wi-Fi will be acting up, so, you know, the faster those bosses die, the better. At least, you know, you will instantly be getting your yen. Again, guys, if you are a free-to-play player, there is no way, guys. There's no way that you can beat someone with full game passes on this game. So I suggest to not compare your progress to them, because, you know, it will just discourage you and probably make you envy about what they have compared to what you have. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is only a game, so just focus on your own progress and enjoy playing it. Anyway, guys, those are just some of the most important things that I think you guys should know to improve the speed of your progress here on this game. Of course, your luck will largely affect your progress, because, you know, this is also like an egg hatching game. So the more luckier you are, the better fighters you will have. So obviously, the better bosses you can grind on, because your damage will be a lot more OP. So yeah, that's it, guys. Well, I hope that these tips would help many of you guys. But if you think that I missed something, feel free to comment it down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and of course subscribe. Use StarCode SNOW whenever you're buying Robux. And as always, I'll see you guys again in the next one. Stay cold. Peace out.